This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from FedEx Field. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Wins first play going right to the air. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Jamin Davis, the one to get up from his linebacker spot and make that play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full. They're going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Down to about the 37. These two teams met in our nation's capital earlier this season with the Commanders picking up the win at FedEx Field. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 29. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. Play action now, Prescott. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Marr able to put this one through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Now wins. He gets it to Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And space tough to come by there, so they get maybe a yard to the 37. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Wentz now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they'll accept that penalty. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he's got it. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. On that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Robinson. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Throwing now is Wentz. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field. And that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
That is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now a play fake. Wentz. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. That's going to be caught by Samuel. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. Now Wentz. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of that.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And credit the tackle to Percy Butler. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start with the option. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back to auto and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, this offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Third and long for Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick-6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Second down, Prescott. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Man, that was close. That opportunity to change momentum, big play right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
Sideways, no doubt, offensive. That fell harmlessly to the ground. Prescott from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. That's Samuel. Caught left side. On the move past the 40. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Commanders have scored again in this 3rd quarter. This time the move out in front. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Wentz now on 1st down. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. There again is Thomas. They go to him a lot. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Wentz going to throw. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a 2nd defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd down and goal. Wentz. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. He's got Anderson right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Party, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Now Wentz on third down. Thomas brings it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Wentz is intercepted yet again. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Prescott. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Man's got to work this one forward. Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to take another care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. To throw is Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Here's Bryan Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Bryan Anger now as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Here's Wentz to throw. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On second down, Elliott once more. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The offense on third down, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On third down, Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Bryan Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. "35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw, it's Wentz. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Wentz, he's going to try and keep this. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Carson Wentz, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. from the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. But right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to go out extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Wentz to throw. And he will find his man Samuel. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, 32 yards. And the Commanders are once again back in front. And oh, it's blocked. The Cowboys pick it up. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
It was Anthony Barr that time who got in there and made the play.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
On second down, here's Gibson again. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football. I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
In this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Slide for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.